Testing.
Welcome to Florida Cricket Oval in Ziba, Njeru, Uganda. My name is Alpha. This is the inaugural Mukono T20 World Cup. T20 Cup. Pardon me on that. One of a kind in this region. It's day number 4. The weather out here is sunny, and it's showing us that there won't be any patches of black clouds out there. It's going to be sunny throughout, so cricket is going to take action right about now. As we can all see, match coming up is Kayunga Titans versus Njeru Warriors. Let me hand you over to my colleague down there for the toss.
Gentlemen, this is match day 4 of the Mukono T20 Cup. In the middle here, yes, you won the toss. What do you intend to do?
Bowling first.
Any reason why?
The reason is it seems a new wicket. Now we need to use our chances to know how it's played and to try to limit our opponents.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is match day 4 of the Mukono T20 Cup. In the middle here, I have the captains of Kayunga Titans and Njeru Warriors, who are going to do battle this morning. And we have umpire Sharon for the toss. We will toss.
Heads. Heads is the call, and heads it is.
Kayunga Titans. Yes, you won the toss. What do you intend to do?
Bowling first.
Any reason why?
The reason is it seems a new wicket. Now we need to use our chances to know how it's played and to try to limit our opponents.
Any changes to your team?
None.
Okay, that was the captain for Njeru Warriors. Let me have a word with the captain for the Titans. He has chosen to bowl. What would you have done if you had won the toss?
I think I would have done the same because the pitch is new. We don't know the conditions it is going to do, but we bear the consequences and we go on with what is on ground.
Yes, it's a new pitch. Any insights in your team? Changes, injuries?
No injuries, but we have like 3 changes in the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wishing you well, gentlemen, and back to you, production.
Umpires standing in. Michael Okoth back again with Sharon Athola. It's live happening right now at Florida Cricket Oval. At Florida Cricket Oval. Bowler coming in. I would like to introduce back Solomon.
Good morning, viewers. Welcoming you to the live action on match day 4. And off we go with the boundary. Beautiful weather out there, Alpha. On match day 4. Rain not expected. And fast-paced action. Game 1 of match day 4. The Njeru Warriors coming off a loss yesterday, trying to make amends, and the Titans fighting hard. Played 2 and lost 2. Fighting to have their first victory and points on the table.
With the likes of the pitch having patches of green patches, it was very good decision of Ali Balidawa to take in the ball fast. Utilize this opportunity when the seamers can be able to get the bounce of those patches of grass.
Both captains choosing, all indicating that they would have bowled fast. Twalib and his team preparing at Green Top, new strip for this match, and it will play quite a huge role. Swing and a miss. All the action is happening down here at Florida Cricket Oval in Njeru, the inaugural edition of the Mukono T20 Cup 2025. Brought to you by Kingsley Children's Medical Center, Deep End Sports Media, Mukono Cricket Community, and of course, Cricket Uganda. Action out in the middle. Sowabi unable to field off his bowling, gifting the batters another single.
As I was saying, the patchy grass, green grass, will not bounce consistently, will make the ball not to bounce consistently, and opportunity comes is easily for a wicket. It has to batters open up their eyes well to see themselves batting through, managing the variations that it can create.
The wicket keeper well aware to one that keeps low, and that marks the end of the first over in this match between the Kayunga Titans, who were put into bat by the Njeru Warriors. The scoreboard reads 6 runs for no loss.
Ojo coming in from the highway end. And
Loud appeals in the middle as the ball wraps the batter's pads. The Kayunga batters in their previous matches have been guilty of not staying long enough at the crease. Desperate dive in after Conrad Lubwama calls his partner, but is able to make his ground. Follows it up with some housekeeping.
Conrad Lubwama on the strike. Punches that, but well stopped by Ojok. Swings and he misses. Dot ball goes to, and it's an advantage to Njeru Worriors. As I told you, with all these so many green patches onto the on the strip, creates variations, and the ball bounces off.
Conrad Lubwama losing his head figuratively and physically, trying to hack that ball cow corner, but unable to make any contact. I told you they have been guilty, the Titans, of not staying at the crease long, right in the block hole from Ejok Francis. And they've, in the process, posted measly totals, all unable to make the runs needed to win their matches. Yet to have any points on the table, but that marks the end of the second over. Runs are at a premium, 7 on board with no loss.
Yunus Obi continues from the forest end.
So Obi, among many of the marquee players that are gracing this inaugural Mukono T20 Cup, there is a contingent out there in Entebbe going to contest the Laika T20 finals of the Cricket Uganda T20 League.
That was beautifully whipped away through mid-on by Martin Bogi, one of the youngsters, right, who is in this and ready to take on the mantle. Opens up the batting with captain Conrad Lubwama.
Pasco Murungi missing out, as I've stated, contesting the finals of the Laika.
And that's the wicket. Sawabi dismisses. Bogie Martin hits it straight to man on point.
That was a simple catch down the throat of Mitali Ethan at point. Bogie guilty of following that ball, but unable to find height to beat the man at point. Easy catch, and the Titans lose their first wicket. It is all taking place down here at Florida Cricket Oval, one of the many privately owned ovals that are springing up in Uganda to add to Serenity Oval in Kamengo, GM Sugar Oval down in Nyenga, a few kilometers away, and the cricket family looking forward to their move to Nakasaja in Gayaza. Cricket Uganda will be living very many memories in Lugogo as they move to their new home. Quickly off the mark, with Conrad taking charge, with the calls out in the middle. Rotating strike gets you and your board ticking. Bowled him! You hit, you miss a hit. Yunus Sawabi winning the contest against Conrad Lubwama. Off stump left down on the ground. The pitch playing its part quicker, and Lubwama perishes.
He played across and he lost his balance. That's how Sawabi Yunus managed to pick his wicket. Bold. Look at how he came in. Full composure. He opened up the gap for him, for that ball to get through, hitting the off stump. Well bowled.
Lubwama trying to play the ball on the onside when he would have been well advised to hack it over covers. You hit a miss, you miss a hit. 2 wickets down for the Kayunga Titans, proving quite a difficult power play for them. The rebuilding job starting well into the third over. And with the demise of Lubwama, it brings Muhanguzi London to the crease. Viewers, we apologize for having no graphics at the moment, but the production will sort that one out. Baine rounds the ball instead of throwing in a dive, gifting Muhanguzi a quick boundary. Which brings us to the end of the third over. 14 runs on board. Yunus Sawabi 1 wicket in his over, in his 2 overs. Glanced through slips for 4. Joke Francis will continue from the highway end. Looking forward to seeing his celebration when he gets wickets. The universal action for replay. That is his celebration. Bowling wider lines. Batter trying to take him on. A joke with 2 dot balls. Valuable dot balls. At the moment, a joke only involved with his wicket keeper. Got him! A change in the bowling line. Caesar Jock Francis castling. The young man who has to walk off. A joke adding to his tally. Beaten by the pace of the ball. And he has to depart. There you go. Middle stump. And all you left with is shoulda, coulda. But staying at the crease, giving yourself time, should be the order of the day for the Titans.
And back the other side in the Asian continent at Tendai Cricket Ground, Bangkok, Thailand, where the ICC Women's Emerging Nations Trophy 2025, Uganda played Papua New Guinea, whereby Uganda batted first and put on, Ugandan women batted first and put on 117 for 4 in their allotted 20 overs. Papua New Guinea coming in to chase, but only managed to put on 113 for 7 in their allotted 20 overs. Uganda beat Papua New Guinea by 4 runs, adding that win to out of 3 games that they played.
Narrow losses to the Victoria Pearls against Namibia, but making amends. Kayunga Titans will have to follow that as well if they're to notch up their first points and win in this first edition of the Mukono T20 Cup. Firmly rooted at the bottom of the table with no points. Puts that one away for a single, bringing us to the end of the 4th over. Still in the power play. but the total is 15 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Njeru Warriors not missing a trick, realizing that this is a new strip, grass top, and electing to put the Titans into bat. Okecho taking guard as Sawabi continues from the forest end. We've had 3 action-packed days already of cricket action down here at Florida Cricket Oval. Pulled to mid-wicket by Okecho for another run to add to their tally. One of the Titans' batters has to drop anchor, show some bravery, show some resoluteness, if that to post a formidable total. Drop and run, playing classic cricket out in the middle. Great weather for cricket. These live pictures being brought to you by Deep End Sports Media, a one-stop media house and that is wide. Shout out to the cameraman Drake, Hassan, Rama and Jonah, but not forgetting the production guys Brian, Fred, Simeon and Joseph, doing a tremendous job to bring you the live pictures from Florida Cricket Oval. This battle continues between the Titans and the Warriors. Good shot. And the fielder makes a meal of that one. Boundary rider not doing his job. The bowler will not be happy with him because it has done its job. But he has let down. He's been let down by the fielder. Pulled and hard. The fielder getting to the ball. Yeah. So that's in a rising ball, which Okecho fends to the gully region for 1. Welcoming back my co-commentator Alpha Adoa.
Well in with Yunus Sawabi, one of the experienced players on this team. When he gets the ball, he has that agility. He's so agile that he needs a wicket. He gets back onto attack. Oh, and he bowls that. Loud appeals, but the umpire denies that. And says that is not out. They managed to take a single out of that.
So Obi's lines forcing the batters to play on the front foot. Makes minor adjustments to the field. as easy as it gets for the batter right at this moment. And that marks the end of the 5th over. 25 runs on board with 3 wickets down. It is the Titans against the Warriors. The Titans playing their 3rd match, losing the first 2. And the Warriors also playing their 3rd match, having won 1 and lost 1. Both teams trying to make amends to achieve victory this morning in Njeru.
That was a dead ball. As it is time, as this is the last over for the power play to be called. Ojok ready to ball it out. Left arm over. He bowls it. Hit by. Can that be a run out? It was so much an overthrow. Lots of energy coming from Edwin Wagaba, the assistant captain of the team.
The captain choosing to bowl a joke on the trot in this power play.
White ball.
But that would not be the job that the captain requires from him. Very wide ball from a joke. He has snared 1 wicket so far. Struck mightily and firmly on the ground, but the man at long off equal to the task. That is sweet music of the bat against the ball.
And we see change of fielding structure. Man on long off has been brought into the 30. He has been brought into the 30 just to make sure they stop the single from coming up, giving Simon Okecho the strike.
The captain is trying to dare him to go over the man now at mid-off, which might create an opportunity for a catch. Full ball missed by Okecho. Sorry, Mwanguzi London misses out on a gift from the previous ball by Ejok Francis. Great work for Yunus Sawabi, moving from deep mid-wicket, stopping the boundary at cow corner. Excellent stuff from the young man, leading by example in this contest. And the loud appeals from the middle, with the ball wrapping the pads of Okecho. But that marks the end of the 6th over. 38 runs on board for the Kayunga Titans, losing 3 wickets in the process. Ejok Francis picking up 2 wickets so far, and Yunus Sawabi the other wicket. Another look at that great work from Yunus Sowobi. Fielding in pairs, as the coaching manual will tell you. Good stuff out in the middle.
As you can see, change of the fielding structure brought in all the people into the ring apart from the third man and long on, wanting to limit them from taking a single. As they all know that Simon Okecho is the one who is so strong, so they have to avoid giving him the strike. They either take out this wicket, this batsman, or be able to get, not allow him to take any single. Oh, glances it to the long on, deep long on.
Mwanguzi playing off his hips, glides it down the fine leg region to add to his tally. He's a schoolboy at Mukono Kings SS, part of the Mukono cricket community. Finished his... Oh!
Solomon, I told you with all the green patches onto this wicket will bring lots of variation in the bounces of mostly the seam bowlers. But towards the end, we shall see it stabilizing, having a consistent bounce coming off that.
Indeed. And Mitali Ethan using the green top, coming in from the forest end. The ball getting to Okecho quickly and is unable to pull it away. I love everything about Mitali Ethan. His run up, his delivery stride, and the lines is bowling even this morning. Great job done by his coach, whom he features in this match with Edwin Nuagaba. The man at short fine leg was put there for such incidences as Okecho mistimes that ball. Only gets one of that.
On the look at the ground, you can see the pitch. Stops that, but he was trying to go across the line, but manages to stop the ball. Well bowled from the young man.
This contest is not new, with both boys featuring in the Boys Schools Cricket Week qualifiers. There are schools in Mukono and Central Region, so they have met on numerous occasions. And Muhanguzi stealing a single brings us to the end of the 7th over. The score is 41 runs for 3 wickets. Alpha, what do you think that the pitch will offer the spinners on this match day?
I don't see anything different from that, because when you it's still early in the morning and it had some little dew a bit on it, and so I expect to see lots of variations coming from the spinners. And see how they still. Oh, that was good stealing of one run in there. it was so lazy seeing the fielders coming in to pick up that ball. With the way what I was saying about the pitch, it favors both the spinners and the seamers. So early on in the day, you will see it having variations, but as time goes on later on, you will see it stabilizing with the bounces.
Ali Balidawa in the attack from the highway end, posing the questions to Simon Okecho, who is equal to the task. The green top offers quicker pace, so the batters will have to be mindful of that. The appeals are loud, but umpire Sharon Athula, unbothered. There has to be a change in the ring fielders as the Titans keep stealing singles, rotating the strike and taking the scoreboard over. Okecho misses out on that one. A very quiet over so far from Balidawa, forcing Okecho back into his crease to fend that one off. I told you, Alpha, the ball will come quicker to you. Eskaya caught at short point by the captain himself, Edwin Nwagaba, who receives the applause and the plaudits from his teammates. Dot ball pressure created by Ali Balidawa. No boundaries scored off him in the previous balls, and Okecho trying to up the rate but perishes in the process.
Score is 44 for 4 after 8 overs.
Okecho trying to hit against the turn, but only managing a Skyer in the ready and waiting hands of Edwin Nwagaba. Mugisha Victor at the non-striker's end, trying to create drama where there was no need for.
Tried to pull it, but he couldn't manage that. That was too fast for him to pull it. Good fielding coming from Aziz Chandia. Man in covers, ready to stop each and every ball that you hit through the covers. Missed that. Stepped well into the line, but came in lazily for the shot.
Muhanguzi will have to quickly learn the well left, realizing that if you've stepped into the ball, if you've covered the line of your wickets with the ball further away from you, no need to fence at it. But Mitali continues, and it's a good call. Quick run brings Mugisha Victor to the striker's end. He had to be super fast on that one, as the Warriors were gunning for his wicket. Drop and run. with the throw a bit wayward from Balidawa, taking the keeper away. A more direct throw would have resulted in a definite run out. Mugisha off the mark with a glide through slips to third man. Ethan Mitali bowling tight lines. That dead ball marks the end of the 9th over. The score still remains at 46 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Great bowling effort from the Warriors, asking tough questions of the Titans. Conrad comes in, the captain, to offer advice to the students who have a massive task at their hand to make some runs for their team. With the number of overs still on offer, they would do with some patience and wait for the freebies and the bad balls to make runs.
At the look of the things, I see things becoming so hard for the batters, as most of their powerful hitters have lost their wickets, and it's now the mantle is now left on them to guide their team into scoring more runs, creating a bigger chase for the Njeru Warriors.
No one can score runs in the dugouts, having come and gone in the middle. So it pays to stay at the wicket, be patient. You need to pace your innings evenly, rather than coming out with only one strategy of trying to hit the ball and tearing the leather. Great stuff from Balidawa Ali. A quiet over as well, with only 1 run added, bringing the total score to 48 for the loss of 4. We are at the halfway mark of the first innings of game number 1 on match day 4 of the inaugural Mukono T20 Cup, brought to you by Kingsley Children's Medical Center in Mukono as the prime sponsors. Deep End Sports Media broadcasting partners, organized by Mukono Cricket Community, and of course the support of Cricket Uganda. There is a bowling change at the forest end.
Changing the fielding structure. Fine leg has been brought in, and mid-on has been also brought in. Any chance taken there? Aziz Chandia takes that at covers from Baine the bowler. Well planned that, bringing in the field into the 30. Trying to gauge the energy of the batters, hitting a dolly catch, a dolly ball, hitting the ball, turning out to be a dolly catch for Aziz Chandia. The score right now is 48 for 5. 10 overs gone.
Another look at that. Muhanguzi plays, left it to that ball, rising up, but throwing his hands at the ball, only managing to find Aziz Tandia. The conference in the middle must include council and for the Warriors not to take their foot off the necks of the Titans. They will say, we have them where we want them. Let's keep at the job and get this ball, this contact done.
Seeing the new batter getting in there, being left with all that mantle, all the overs for him to make sure he piles up more runs for the Kayunga Titans.
Baine Rakib in action from the forest end, picking a wicket with his first ball. The finger spinner, don't be deceived by his diminutive frame. Be mindful of his cricket brain. Kato comes to the crease.
Topping up themselves with 2 extra runs there. Maintaining their fielding position. At this moment, I would like to tell you we are proudly sponsored by Kingsley Children's Medical Center. The proud and beautiful pictures on your screen done by Deep End Sports Media, and not forgetting Mukono Cricket Community with our mother body Cricket Uganda standing in, always being so supportive in this end of the 11th over. The score is 49 for 5.
Mbaine Rakib picking up a maiden wicket over. Bowling change at the highway end. With Aziz Tandia coming into the batter, using his feet to get to the pitch of the ball to keep it out. Nice high back lift. And the joke Ali Balidawa, surprised by the ball which turned to offer respite to the Titans. Tandia bowling quickly, varying his pace, offering variety. A comedy of errors out there, but the young man managing to make his ground. That is what you go for, trying to run like a thief in the night without the loud call to your partner.
creating a series of drama onto the wicket.
Moments of light relief out there in the middle from the batters with their comical running. I tell you, Mugisha Victor telling his partner, you will have to go back. I am keeping at my end. Nice sliding on of the bat, but in the wrong end. Desperate situations out there. Tandia asking the questions. And they take a single off the last ball of the over to bring the total to 52 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. The scoring rate is quite pedestrian. Another look at that. Comical with both batters throwing in dives. The bat managing to stay fully in the crease in that process. Great effort. But Baine continues from the forest end.
Chance for run out. Oh, that is missed. A delay in the throw due to the fumble that happened by the gentleman in Gully.
The coaches will not be happy with their charges. One thing you are taught in your cricket education is to call decisively with all the calls. Mugisha Victor in some bit of pain, having thrown in a dive to save himself from a certain run out. The calls have to be loud to your partner to prevent all that. I would say that it's self-inflicted. Some housekeeping from the umpire with the wickets, making sure the bells are firmly there and the camera stamp is not dislodged, which gives you that magnificent look at the strip, the green grass and the patches. The Titans and Worriors having a first bite at the new strip this morning on match day 4. Firmly placed via covers by Mugisha. Alpha, welcome back to the comms box.
Beautifully fielded by and stopped the galley fielder. At the look of the situation, it's becoming hard and tighter pressure at the batting camp. Guys on the crease finding it difficulty on how to score. Tight bowling, tight fielding from the Kayunga Titans. Comes back on the attack. He bowls that. but it's slightly flicks off the body, and they are denied a wide there. End of the 13th over. The score is 52-5. This is match day 4 at Florida Cricket Oval. Aziz Chandia back on attack. He bowls it through, creating more pressure to the batting team. He making it fast. He wants his over to be very fast. Oh, chance taken. Tries to guide it to mid-on, but finds a fielder there with the glue in his hands and ready to take it. Baine takes the catch. The score is 52-6. Becoming so much disappointment for the Kayunga Titans, falling after every 1 or 2 overs. There's a wicket that comes up. The batter looking frustrated and disappointed for that. And that's how he plays it. It finds a man ready with his hands to take that, and thanks him that thank you for that. It's just such an easy catch for me. Welcoming the new batter in. Field coming in. He punches that. Well fielded by Chandia. Stops it. I like the way he does this defensive, making sure he doesn't lie. He doesn't open up room for any ball to pass through. Missed that. Sweeps it across, but misses it. Oh! No chances there. The ball was cutting and moving away, missing the stumps. Score is 52-6 after 14 overs. Edwin Nwagaba, the new bowler, coming from the forest end. Really wants to get the wicket, really wants his over to end quickly. Oh, missed chance there. Is there a chance for a run out? Oh, what a fumble by Aziz Chandia. Fielder in there. Covers. It's getting hot, harder for the Kayunga Titans due to their strongest players, Pasco Murungi and Fortunate Alijuna, who are going to participate in the finals of the Laika Uganda T20 going to be held in Entebbe Cricket Oval this afternoon. Some housekeeping there. Due to the technical difficulties, there is an adjustment to the score being displayed. Score now is 47 for 6 after 15 overs. Chandia back on strike. Can he feel that? There was a deviation there. Managing. The Kayunga Titans managing to get one run out of that. Great field displayed by Edwin Wagaba. You won't realize it, but there's a very strong wind blowing at Florida Cricket Oval. A miss by the wicketkeeper. Chance for run out in there, creating a 2 by runs. End of the 16th over. The score is 50 for 6. Four overs to go. Tight bowling from Edwin Wagaba, the assistant captain. Edwin Wagaba wanting to go through his spell in just few minutes. And that is a LB. He attains himself an LB. Wicket there. Batter dismissed. With lots of frustrations coming from the Kayunga Titans batter, not managing to pile on runs for Kayunga Titans. Edwin bowls it. Plumb. Composes himself. Loud appeals. And not stopping the umpire from raising his finger. Umpire Michael Okoth. New batter in. Not changing the fielding positions. Remains the same. Chance there. Poorly fielded. Oh, opens it up, plays the wrong line, leaves the stumps for Vice Captain Edwin Nagaba to pick up that wicket. And the score is 51-8. Seeing lots of smiles coming from Edwin Wagaba, waiting on for the next batter to come in. They are seeing this and sailing with ease, wanting to really make sure they can limit them to that chaseable score for themselves to come and wrap up the game in the second innings. Wanting to wrap all the batters of Kayunga Titans as quickly as possible. Wrong line, giving room for the ball to go through. And there comes the new batter. Batter number 10 for Kayunga Titan. New batter takes his guard. A chance for a stamping. Lazily by wicket keeper. That bringing us to the end of the 17th over. 51-8. Chandia gets back onto the attack from the highway end. Hits that tight. Swiftly it moves. Crosses the boundary for 4. Struck very well. The sound of that sounded sweetly and swiftly through for 4. Poor keeping by the wicket keeper in there, letting free runs through. Oh, missed stamping from the wicket keeper. And that is bowled. Clean bowled by Aziz Chandia, bringing the score to 56-9. Well bowled by Aziz Chandia. This is getting easy and easy for the Njeru Worriors, wanting to limit Kayunga Titans to a very limited score, very chaseable within no minutes, and they want to hike up yes, net run rate. Wrong line played by the batter there. New batter coming in. Batter number 11. No field change. Only one fielder out of the 30. The other fielders are all in the ring. Just to stop the batter from getting a maximum through the crossbat. I welcome back Solomon back into the commentary box.
Thank you, Alpha. A beehive of activity out in the middle as we are in the dying embers of the Kayunga Titans innings. Lots of action happening out there in the middle. The field coming in. 17 overs gone so far. I beg your pardon. 18 overs gone. 57 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. And there is a run-out opportunity at the non-striker's end. Mbazida running because he had the sound of the bird and being sent back. Desperate, desperate. Bowled him! Edwin Nwagabak snares his man, bringing a close to the innings of the Kayunga Titans. Batting was, leave them posting a paltry 57-9 all out. Great bowling from the Njeru Worriors. Poor foot movement. None going forward to a straight ball. Sees Arafat bringing us to the close of these innings. It will not be pleasant viewing of the batting card for the Titans, losing the toss and being put in by the Warriors, who have taken advantage of an absolute green top here at Florida Cricket Oval. Coming up will be the highlights, the batting card and the bowling card. graphic. Not that. Batson. Ahauja. Ajensoke mubuzi. Batson chichi. Dachi badeo. Manebe bintu bya Uganda. Muno kubera ne administrator ba olanga gundi WhatsApp group webera ne administrator. You should have more enough administrators for that one.
You don't have other options.
No, your system is locked. Because alternatively, by the way, the Nina scoring good. Wakubateli, during our good scoring system when Dala Wakubaka, scoring system when Dala Wakubakati, because the tournament is sanctioned by UCA. We have to use the UCA app, what they use as well. So we can't. Singa.
In the system, you can access. Yes. Send the signal allow. Yes, but on the level, we are going allow.
Still a bright morning, sunny morning here at Florida Cricket Oval. Kayunga Titans losing the toss and being asked to bat by the Njeru Worriors. And a look at their batting card, you will see very, very many single-digit figures with only Muhanguzi Timothy and Padji Sudais offering resistance to the bowling attack of the Warriors, posting 13 runs in 18 and 13 in 17, evenly matching themselves. The fourth wicket partnership, batting troubles for the Titans, seeing them end at only 57 runs all out with a scoring rate of 3.11. The bowling card for the Warriors, Sawabi Yunus, in his 3 overs, conceding 23 runs, picking up 2 wickets. Matovu Eric, in his allotted 4, 1 maiden, conceding 8 runs, picking up 2 for a measly economy of 2. Supported by Mbaine Rakib, 1 wicket, Ali Balidawa, 1 wicket, and Dohan also for a Jock Francis. But the standout performance with the ball is from the captain, Nuagaba Edwin, 2.2 overs, 4 runs conceded, 3 wickets snared to close out the Titans' innings. A look at the standings, Kayunga Titans firmly rooted at the bottom of the log, of the 6-team log, and the Lugazi Trekkers leading, winning 2 out of 2. Buvuma Sailors playing 1, winning 1. Also with 3, Mukono Development, the Gladiators and Warriors, all on 3, with only the net run rate separating them. Standing by for live action out in the middle any moment now. But we'll leave you with the highlights of the first innings. Welcome back, viewers. This quality pictures being brought to you by Deep End Sports Media, the broadcasting partners to the inaugural edition of the Mukono T20 Cup, happening down here in Njeru at the Florida Cricket Oval. Proud sponsors, Kingsley Children's Medical Center in Mukono. Organized by the Mukono cricket community and supported by Cricket Uganda. Live action happening throughout an action-packed tournament. Buckle up, play in a moment. Welcome back, Alpha, from the innings break.
Oh, thank you, Solomon. We are back for second innings, and right now the weather is looking sunny. I don't see any traces of or patches of any black clouds. It doesn't seem that it will be raining, and lots of cricket going to be played this afternoon. Now we see the batters getting set, ready to play, and in this afternoon what they require is 58 in their allotted 20 overs. I think what the Njeru Warriors need to do is to make sure they chase this score for as limited as possible, without losing any wicket, or only chasing it for only one wicket, because they need to hype up their net run rate, because once you have a bigger net run rate, your chances for you to qualify to play in the finals become become so high for you to go through it.
Kadu Peter and Nuagaba Edwin, your opening pair.
Simon Okecho gets the ball and comes from the forest's end.
The Titans will have to be tight with their lines, obviously pun intended, because they posted a measly score of 57 runs. Kadu off the mark, bringing Nuagaba Edwin taking on the responsibility of quickly overhauling this to boost their net run rate. No run from Nuagaba.
And that was a good fair play displayed by the non-strikers and not them taking any run. The sound of the ball coming off that bat, it sounds good, but it found the cover person.
Nuagaba going to his default stroke, the cut shot, which he plays beautifully, but receiving no rewards as yet. Okecho Simon quickly going through this over and conceding only one run. What a start from the Titans. We have a game on our hands.
Okecho Simon and Edwin Wagaba, these are young children who have grown up in the same vicinity of Lugogo, and they would always meet up at one center, that is the Lugogo Cricket Oval, because Edwin Wagaba grew up from the police barracks, and then Simon Okecho grew up from Naguru, meeting up at Lugogo and taking part in so many games. New baller coming in. Spinner bowls it there.
Boji Martin coming from the highway end. It is a battle of student versus coach out there in the middle. And he offers a chance. And the student, it is Kadu Peter rather than Nuagaba who perishes. But even still, the first wicket falls. The Titans. I look at that wicket again. Boji, the finger spinner, and Kadu trying to play against the turn, but only manages a term skyer to mid-wicket.
Goes across, top edge, skies it, and here comes the catch. New batter in. Aziz Chandia ready to take on the mantle with Edwin Wagaba.
I love the attitude and the fight in the Titans, saying that this fight is not a foregone conclusion. We will leave every sweat and cover every blade to deny you the victory. What a contest we have. Boji Martin, student at St. Cornelius Kalagala, against Tandia. Bowling wicket to wicket.
You know, such bowlers who are very slow, unpredictable, they become so hard to play by the batters. You don't know how the bounce comes in, what variations they have, because they are not used to them. So by the time you concentrate to get used to the batter, time has gone.
The ball coming on to Tandia quickly. Boji really slowing down his pace, and the batters unable to put him away. And this is the battle that I was speaking about previously. It is coach against student, with the coach wielding the bat and the ball in the hands of the student. Stand examination for both, and it will be interesting to see who comes out on top in this battle.
Let's see who wins the battle, coach and the student. Struck through to deep to long on, just conceding only one run, and that's the end of the over. The score is 2 runs, 2 overs gone for 1.
Giving us a scoring rate of run per over. It seems that the batting troubles run throughout across both teams. What a contest we are experiencing. Oh! Missed by the wicket keeper. That is the reaction of the bowler. Okecho Simon Nwagaba offering the chance, but the wicket keeper, butter-fingered, drops it down to the ground. Nwagaba survives and lives to play on. Oh! Tighter lines from the bowler.
What a fielding from short covers. Beautifully and beautiful lines, beautiful execution by Simon Okecho. He guides it. Can it come to a 4? Oh, it comes to a standstill. Can they manage to make 2 runs out of that ball?
There is a slighter gradient towards the highway and the boundary and the side screen of the highway end where Nwagaba has placed that ball. But the outfield is quick. Ball him! Nwagaba going down on his knee. Probably begging the bowler for his wicket. But apart from that, what was he doing? Trying to go for the spectacular, but ending up with his middle stump dislodged. Brilliant bowling from Simon Okecho. And Nwagaba will have to take the long walk back to the dugout.
Ball is pitched. He swings it, goes across the line of the ball, paving way for that ball to hit his wicket. And this seems to be like a free wicket he gave out. If a ball is pitched up like that, I don't expect an experienced player in this tournament like Edwin Nwagaba going across on that ball. He had to just hit that ball straight to the screen. But nonetheless, the score is 3 for 2.
Tight battle out there in the middle. The Titans showing their mettle, that they are unbreakable, unstoppable, and are still in this contest. Match 1 of game day 4 of the T20 Cup first edition. So Wabi Yunus trying to tickle down that ball to fine leg. There is a buzz and a rejuvenation and assertiveness developing in the Titans ranks as they are still in this context. End of the third over. 5 runs on board and 2 wickets down. The Warriors chasing 58 to win, but the Titans showing what they can do. Exciting cricket all around. Boji Martin continues from the highway end.
Chance there through the gap. Well fielded by Austin.
The wicketkeeper cannot afford to give out freebies. His job is one and one alone. Let the ball come into the gloves. Keep your eyes on the ball. The score that they posted does not accord them that leeway to be lax in the field. They will have to leave it all out there if they're to squeeze the life out of the Warriors. Boji bowling slower and slower, asking the batters to put that ball away.
Again.
Bowled him again.
Experienced batter still on the team. Ball pitched up. Going across again.
Cardinal sin of going across with your feet nowhere near the pitch of the ball. And with Boji bowling wicket to wicket, the batter perishes. It's a lonely walk back to the pavilion. As we take a look at that, the young man realizing that he has to bowl slower, castling the batter to delirious joy to the Titans. 3 wickets down for 7 runs. Unbelievable sins. Being a weekend, the fans trickling in to come and partake of the spectacle down here at Florida Cricket Oval. It is the Mukono T20 Cup First Edition 2025. The election campaign season has already started in Uganda, and we have 6 contenders in this campaign as well, looking to emerge victors at the end of 9 days of action-packed cricket. It is the Titans against the Warriors.
It doesn't look seeing the experienced players on this team all going across, but nonetheless it's 7 for 3 after 4 overs.
The pitch offering something to both the Titans and the Warriors. The captains out in the middle said that had they won the toss, they would be bowling first. A change at the forest end as Muhanguzi London Timothy takes hold of that ball. Off spinner who has varieties. Student at Mukono Kings, SS, member of the Mukono cricket community and a member of the Mukono development team, but turning out for the Titans in this tournament. Playing league cricket this year, both the 50 over cup and the Laika T20. So we'll be through the covers for one. Come heads needed all around. The total might seem as little. The unbelievable figures on your screen with the wickets trying to match the runs on board. Exceptional stuff. Alpha.
Tight bowling coming from Kayunga Titans. Struck through the grab. Fumbles there. Can they make two? And they manage to make two.
Arafa guilty of trying to use his feet rather than his hands, making a meal of that and offering a run to the batters. I told you, Alpha. They keep continuing to give these freebies and they will be in the mix to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. An evenly poised contest out here at Florida Cricket Oval. The trees in the background swaying to the rhythms of the wind. We had a slight breeze a few moments back, and the Titans choosing to use their slow bowlers instead of the pacers, as they usually go for many, but the windy conditions would have helped them to swing that ball. Boji Martin bowling on the trot from the highway end. Cut short from Sawabi, and despite the desperate efforts of the fielders, the ball wins that contest in the end.
He whips it in between covers and point. They try to chase it, but creates for them a boundary coming from Sawabi Yunus. He misses that, wanted to take it back in between again covers and point, but the ball this time mistimed it. Well bowled, well tickled in there.
I think in this passage of play, the Titans guilty of all the fielders going out to the ring. Sorry, all the ring fielders out on the edge of the 30-yard, rather than bringing them back in to create pressure by removing that option of a drop and run single. Force the Njeru Warrior batters to play over the top, creating opportunities. I think that's a trick missed by the Titans.
Now this has to pile up and be hard work for Yunus Sawabi. He needs to stabilize this innings as the experienced player on this team right now on the crease. That is good. That is well guided. Managing to take a single there. Very quick in between the wickets.
Something that I told you, bring them in a little bit closer to the bat. Ask your bowler for a better line and stagger them that there is cover still. If they take the one, that is better from the Titans. Boji straying onto the pads. He would be mindful to bowl to his field. I told you there is a breeze blowing across the oval, dislodging those bails, which have to be replaced before play can resume. So we'll be on strike. He has perished twice in this tournament, playing such a shot, but this time manages to put bat to ball. And an upping of the scoring rate brings it to 17 runs for the loss of 3 wickets after 6 overs. Power play done. The Titans can play about with their field settings, have boundary riders, but still have men closing to create pressure, taking away the singles.
Yunus Obi has to stabilize, stay in, build partnership with the non-striker to see that they can be able to chase that score. Because now if they give out early wickets like that, and they won't be able to get that score. It is just a matter of settling down, get into the game, build partnerships, and then the game gets on.
Ball him! What a good ball! Quicker ball from Muhanguzi, continuing his spell from the forest end. I told you that young man has variety and turns that ball big, but guilty of straying to the legs now, leaving his fielders to chase after the ball. Somebody should have a word with the wicket keeper. Usually it is Conrad Lubama behind the sticks, but now directing traffic in the middle. This is what I would have called a no-pressure game, a no-pressure innings for the Warriors, requiring only slightly above 2.5 to be able to overhaul 58. So they have plenty of balls and plenty of time. Ball in the block hole from Muhanguzi. Giving himself space, but a quicker one from Muhanguzi. Bold, Yunus Sawabi.
As earlier on, I told you, a wicket having green patches becomes so hard to play on, having so many variations to both the spinners and the seamers.
With the sun belting down and a new wicket, I told you it offers nip to the bowlers, and clearly seen in this clip as Muhanguzi bowls Sawabi.
There was no need for Sawabi to give room for himself on that ball. It was straight and direct to the stumps. It was just a matter of him stand still, compose himself, and hit it straight to the screen.
all you need to do is play straight to the spinner and wait for when he bowls it a bit wider to take him on. So beautiful, beautiful lines from Muhanguzi, London, evolving into an all-rounder. Capable bat, missed by the fielder at covers, but mid-off doing the cleaning up. Brilliant stuff. Giving Saleh his first run in this tournament, featuring as the marquee player. Overdone. 7 over done. The score reads 22 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. A missed opportunity for a chance in covers. Conrad Lubwama, the captain, this morning will have to patrol his troops and remind them that they posted a paltry score and that every opportunity has to be gulped down if they are to win this match and avoid losing 3 on the trot.
Oh, well fielded. And there he is, being struck by the fielder on his body with the ball while handing in. Tight lines. Ooh, chance missed. Return. Get hold of those. Kayunga Titans need to take all their chances. They need to take all their chances. Whatever comes across needs to be taken. What they need right now are the wickets. They need wickets more than the dead balls.
I hope that those missed opportunities will not come back to bite the Titans. They've bowled well, but have been guilty of not taking the opportunities offered by the Njeru Warriors. This is a high pressure game for them, and they cannot afford to give out freebies or to be lax at any one point in trying to defend that 58 runs. Muhanguzi continues. Khalid Saleh rocking onto his back foot, trying to play it over deep square. Good battle this between two teammates in the league. The chase is on. A better pickup would have seen only 1, but 2 conceded. I would love to hear the voices loud, commanding. Lubuama commanding his troops because they are still in this game. Cut short, but no reward for Khalid Saleh. A solid player for the Mukono development team in the cricket leagues. Muhanguzi is straying to the legs and the ball not turning back in for a freebie. Guilty as charged.
Shot. Hit through. Covers and mid off. For 4. 4 runs. Khalid Saleh.
The better option for the fielders with such a quick outfield would be to try and intercept the ball, either throw in a dive rather than going round the ball, because in the end the ball always wins. From the players' clothes you can see the breeze a bit strong at the moment, bringing a break in play as the Bells can stay on top. Surprisingly, this oval shaped like an amphitheater with the pavilions higher up above the embankments and the playing strip lower below. Khalid Saleh offers some words of encouragement to Mitali Ethan, who turns out for FCC Cricket Club in the Cricket Uganda Leagues. Great opportunities that these student players have received to continue their cricket education away from the training field, away from the nets, and into the middle. This is priceless experience. Long off in business, and one for Saleh.
Chance therefore, but they managed to take one there.
Great work from Lubuama Conrad, the skipper. And that run bringing us to the end of over number 9. 31 runs on board for the loss of 4 wickets. 28 needed in the remaining 11 overs. Required rate just slightly above 2. And we'll see the Warriors home. Bowling change now from the highway end as Conrad Lubuama takes the ball. Mitali Ethan on at the other end.
Beautiful shot. Well hit. Well struck by Mitali. Opening fumble. Opening up for Conrad.
Conrad Lubuama had in that exchange trying to stop the ball, which was sweetly struck by Mitali Ethan. Right back above the bowler's head. Medical help will have to cap in as Lubwama is in all spots of bother, injured down on his own chest in the middle, as umpire Sharon and Michael Okoth oversee the welfare check.
Well hit, well struck for 4. The score is 35-4. And when you look at the conference in the attendance on Conrad Lubwama, the captain of the Kayunga Titans, must have gotten an injury. From the sound coming from him, there must be something bad that has happened with the hand. Not forgetting, this is the Mukono T20 Cup, proudly sponsored by Kingsley Children's Medical Center, Deep End Sports Media, Mukono Cricket Community, and the mother body, Cricket Uganda.
A look out at the wickets that have fallen so far in this second innings. Nuagaba Edwin clean bowled by Okecho. Going across the line. A tight match still. And another wicket of Kadu Peter, bowled by Boji Martin. 4 wickets have fallen so far. Yunus Sowobi perishing, playing back to a quicker ball from Muhanguzi, London, Timothy. The welfare check is ongoing in the middle with the medical personnel out there. We see how Conrad Lubwama got injured in the process. A straight hard ball and him reaching out with his hand, ending up injured. Khalid Saleh and Mitali Ethan on the charge for the Njeru Warriors. We still promise action-packed live pictures for you in this Mukono T20 Cup, first edition 2025. An inaugural champion will emerge at the end of 9 days of intense, high-octane cricket. Check out all the live action on the Deep End Sports TV YouTube channel. A comparison of the charts between the Warriors and the Titans. We see a couple of overs. The 5th over going for plenty for the Titans, and the Warriors replying in the 9th one as well. So an even contest at this moment between the Titans and the Warriors. The Warriors having won one match, losing the other,
And as you see the table standings, look at the Trekkers playing 2 games and still unbeaten on 6 points. Buvuma Sailors 3 points. Then Mukono Development still having 3 points. And Buyuko Gladiators 3 points. Njeru Worriors 2 games, 3 points. Pardon me, Buyuko Gladiators having played 3 games, losing 2, winning 1, and having 3 points. Kayunga Titans have not yet backed themselves any point. They are still waiting.
The worm for their innings and match sees the Njeru Warriors below the Kayunga Titans. Quick wickets from the bowling of the Titans, leaving the Warriors at 4 wickets down. Action from the middle will now resume after Conrad Lubwama receiving some treatment. The breeze across the Florida Cricket Oval down here in Njeru, ensuring constant housekeeping from the umpires. Sharon Athula doing a great job. That play might resume.
With Michael Okoth rising up from being a scorer to now standing in the middle as an umpire. Michael Okoth was known by everyone as one of the top scorers, book scorers Uganda had ever had. But now, here he is standing in gloriously. Good improvement, more umpires, good work being done by the development and the umpiring committee in Uganda.
There are plenty of opportunities for players and fans in the cricket landscape. You can, despite, not only can you play, but you can be a coach, you can be an umpire, you can be a commentator, as we are doing right now, a scorer, administrator. So plenty of opportunities when you stick to cricket, and it helps very much so if you have played the game, because you are privy to the nuances and all that. But I will tell you, even men and women of limited playing experience have risen to the top in this game. Conrad coming back in fine fettle in this battle with Mitali Ethan.
The batsman assumed that that's a wide, but according to his movements, it isn't a wide. Oh! A narrow escape by the batsman. Missed. What a bowling from Conrad Luvama.
That is the carrot from the spinner, but Mitali Ethan living dangerously and missing out on that. End of the 10th over. 35 runs on board and 4 wickets down for the Njeru Warriors. And Okecho Simon returns from the forest end. Tidy lines. Skyer from Khalid Saleh. 3 players converging. But the ever dependable Buoji Martin completes that catch of Khalid Saleh. Both players from Mukono development team in the cricket league. But the young man showing the elder that you put it in the air, I have glue in my hands and you will have to go. 5 wickets down for the Njeru Warriors that are doing all they can to lose this match, having bowled brilliantly in the first innings. Look at the exuberance and the joy on the faces of those young boys.
What I was worried of is a collision of the 3 of them who are coming after the ball, after the skied ball. Look at how they are coming. Look at how composed. 3 of them wanted one ball. Look, he stumbled a bit, but got back on his toes and managed to stabilize and get hold on that ball. I don't know why they don't call for the ball, but we were going to experience a serious collision.
Muchibi Jonathan makes his way out to the middle, and he will have to answer some questions posed by Simon Okecho. Okecho bringing in mid-wicket and covers closer to the strip. That is what I told you, that if they could just stem the flow of singles, create more dot ball pressure, the batters will crumble on their own. Muchibi at 6s and 7s to the mystery posed by Simon Okecho, bringing us to the end of the 11th over.
Beautiful over coming from Simon Okecho. Simon Okecho was brought in to make sure he breaks a wicket with his experience of spin bowling, managing to get Khalid Saleh, experienced batter, who had started getting in there to see that he built a partnership, scoring heavily to see that his team gets to the victory. But all in all, Conrad Luvama, captain Kayunga Titans, gets back on the attack and he bowls a wide.
I see what he's trying to do as he moves to round, trying to bowl the batter around his legs. So that is the line the batter should be expecting. Play forward to the ball, mentally equal to the task. I like to see variety out there. Somebody using his brain, creating options, creating opportunities, doing something different. As the saying goes, only a madman expects different results from the same processes. Loud appeal as Muchibi Jonathan uses his pads rather than his bat. Luwama on top in this contest. Another appeal if I were Lubwama, I would just bring in silly just to create that bit of more pressure, and the carrot not taken by Okecho. Problem is that the fielders are static. Okecho would have done with moving in from slightly outside of the ring. However, the cry goes up and Lubwama gets his man, bowls him, traps him, LBW, for the 6th wicket to fall. A gallant effort from Mitali Ethan for 14, but he has to take the long walk back to the pavilion. It is anyone's game at the moment, as the experienced hands for the Njeru Warriors have been decimated. As we take another look at that ball, quicker in, Mitali trying to flick it to the leg side. Ill-advised stroke from the young man. Wicket to wicket bowling from Conrad Lubwama.
What seemed to be rice in a plate is now turning out to be an over in an ocean. The score too small for them to take on, but now it's becoming big for them to chase.
I have told you over the course of the tournament that you need to go about your business in the right way. Whatever the score on board is, sometimes the batters are guilty of trying to overhaul the total quickly. A wide from the bowler, playing for the other side instead of his team, and the wicket keeper Mugisha Victor. I will tell you, as his coach, that Mugisha Victor is not a wicket keeper, but doing a brilliant job for his team. That is how you develop into an all-rounder, when you get a test of every aspect on the cricket field.
That's a wide. And striker on. New batter, Captain Ali Balidawa, gets on. Let's see what he can do for his team. He needs this victory. Otherwise, the mantle put on him as the captain will make the coach maybe doubt his captaincy.
The captain missing a trick or two. We saw how the previous bowlers have bowled, that the slow bowlers, the spinners, have done damage. So I don't see the need to change that, as all the batter needs to do, and the young man finding his lines finally. I would bring in the fine leg to the 45, and the third man up, bearing in mind the pace of the batter. You need to create that pressure. There are less runs to get for the Warriors, so no point in going defensive at this moment.
At this moment, there is no need of bowling extras. You be costing the team And by the end of it, you realize that as you are getting closer to winning this contest, you are giving away the game freely.
Indeed. Another extra from the bowler, his captain imploring him to use his head to realize that they're in a precarious situation. No need to play for the other side. I think he's trying to bowl too quick. Oh! That is the best ball he's bowled so far. And if he would just maintain that line, he will trouble the batters. And as captain, I will have to get Sleep and Gale in because the line is now better. Create that pressure.
Oh, chance had come up there.
If they are to have any opportunity, the Titans, either Lubwama will have to bowl his remaining lot quickly and change to go behind the sticks because he has a part-timer as the wicket-keeper, Mugisha Victor, and you can't blame him much for him being asked to do a job that he doesn't do. I think that was a bit of poor planning from themselves. Yes, you need to give the lads opportunity, but you need to know that very good line. Very good line. But without a Sleep, I think why he has deep fine and third man is because the keeper is missing some of the balls. So he will have to sacrifice one because the lines have changed and they're much better from the bowler. Oh, effort ball from the young man. I think we might have been so harsh on him for the extras he bowled first because there is a breeze and it takes a lot of experience for you to be able to use the breeze to help you swing that ball. But the young man doing brilliantly well, redeeming himself. And that marks the end of the 13th over. The score stands at 43 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Very few runs for the Njeru Warriors to pick up, 15 to be exact, in the remaining 7 overs. The required rate therefore being just above 2 per over.
Comes in Conrad Lubwama, comes back into the attack. He wants to lead at the front. The captain wants to finish it off. He asks for the ball. He wants to make sure he picks a wicket. He's a good fighter. He fights hard for wins. And he has lots of frustrations when things don't go his way. But let's see what he can do right now. Hit through the gap. Hit through the gap. And they only managed to get one. Good stopping by man in covers.
Conrad Lubwama is that kind of cricketer who wears his heart on his sleeve you will know what is happening with him by his expressions. So, fire a cricketer, a fighter to the death, and that stands him in good stead. A Uganda under-19 international, and the cries come out. Plumb, LBW, Muchibi Jonathan, having to take the walk back to the pavilion. His feet stuck like in mud, not moving to the pitch of the ball, not using his bat, and Lubuama snares his man, as you see in that picture. The fight is still on. The Titans getting off the canvas now and again, telling the Warriors, you will have to sweat for this victory. Exciting cricket happening out here at Florida Cricket Oval in the inaugural Mukono T20 Cup, proudly sponsored by Kingsley Children's Medical Center, Mukono. I had a glance of the proprietor and our patron here today. Deep End Sports Media Broadcasting Partners. And the cries go out as well. They will be loud and insistent. The tournament being choreographed by Mukono Cricket Community and supported by Cricket Uganda. Conrad Lubuama varying his pace, offering the carrot, but full of poison to the batter. Will he take that bait? Comedy of errors out in the middle. The ball having struck the batter, but still continuing to look for the run, but ending up as perishing. Welfare check supervised by umpire Sharon Athula as they surround Ejok Francis. Another look at that. The ball rising to Ejok. Lubuama taking the ball at the second asking and completing that run out.
Now pressure is mounting on Njeru Worriors. What seemed to be a small score is turning out to be a huge one. Since this ground is at the valley, the small score is now turning out to be a hill for them to climb on.
What I could say about that, what you see in the pictures, is the ball having struck Ejok Francis. As a batter, you have clearly lost your being and your whereabouts. So it is always prudent to maintain and stay in your crease despite what your other batter is telling you to do. A joke not doing that and still in a daze and trying to run. And that gave the Titans that wicket. 8 down, and the score proving to be a slippery slope for the Warriors to climb. A change in the fielding with closer, that is the carrot, from Lubwama, but the batter managing to go over mid-wicket for a single, bringing us to the end of the 14th over. The score stands at 45 runs, 8 wickets down. This game is all to play for. Brilliant bowling from Lubwama Conrad, Muhanguzi London, Boaji Martin, all fighting, all grappling to see that the Titans can overcome the Warriors. The Titans definitely missing the contingent that plays for Abojo Cricket Club, who are out in Entebbe, going to contest in the afternoon in the finals of the Laika T20 League against the Ismaili Community Cricket Club. We wish the lads all the success.
That was missed. Bowled wide. And making them 2 extras. At such a moment, you can't afford to make wides. You can't afford to bowl the wides, bowl extras. You need to get back and become tight in your bowling. You don't need to take chances. It's an opportunity here. Bring in the fielders. I see the bowler bringing in the fielders, wanting to limit for any single. Hits it high up. Is that a chance taken?
Okecho Simon completes the catch from Baine Rakib. The wheels truly are coming off that Warriors bus. Exuberant scenes out there in the middle. The young man failing to complete the task that was set upon his shoulders by the experienced hands who could not stay on the crease. Another look at that. Eskaya down the throat of Simon Okecho. Easy peasy as can be. Bringing the score to 47 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. Only 1 wicket for the Titans to get. We'll see them notching their first victory in this inaugural edition of the Mukono T20 Cup. Action still ongoing out in the middle of the park. The batter shadowing, showing the bowler what he intends to do to him. But it is easily said than done. He will have to take guard and answer the questions. Fielding change with a slip coming in. That is brilliant captaincy from Lubwama, bringing the fielders in, building pressure, asking the batter to take on the ring. That will not do your team any good, young man. Just put the ball in the right channels and let the batter deal with that. You have fielders out there willing to back you up. Good work from Mugisha Victor, part-time wicket keeper, more of a bowler. Still A boundary acts as a pressure relief to the innings of the Njeru Warriors, with that ball crossing the line and inching the Warriors closer and closer to that target. Bowler needs to keep fighting. The bails falling off due to the breeze. The bowler guilty of non-bowling to his field. The skipper has put all the men close into the ring on the offside, and you bowl a freebie on the legs, which always comes with a warning. Punishment.
At this moment, you can't afford to bowl such. That was poorly delivered by experienced bowler Simon Okecho. This is a moment where you need victory, and you end up bowling like that. There he comes. Can he hold his mantle? Chance for him to take it on. And there he goes. Another way. I haven't seen a game won like that. Beautiful bowling. And if he had dropped it, he wouldn't be having any chance of winning this game. Well in. More drama in this game. Well done. Kayunga Titans being able to defend 57, and now they win by 4 runs.
I tell you, Boji Martin in the field is as good as houses, dependable, as we've seen him over the course of the league. I knew as soon as that ball went up that he would pick it up. And the Titans holding their nerve to pick up their first win in this Mukono T20 Cup. Hard-fought victory, putting up a paltry score in the first innings, but defending it with blood and sweat. The captain injured in the process, but the lads well in, having covered every blade of grass to achieve their first victory.
This was amazing. Seeing them defending their score 57. Wow. Wonderfully executed by Kayunga Titans.
A look at the batting card for Njeru Warriors sees only one person managing to bridge double figures, and that is Mitali Ethan and Kato Malcolm scoring 8, but the rest in single figures. Boji with 2 catches, and the batters and the bowlers doing a great job for their captain, despite giving out 14 extras, but still managing to win by 4 runs. Exciting scenes out there in the middle. And we will look at the bowling card. Brilliant from Paji Sudais, picking up 4 wickets, conceding 10 runs, overs at a rate and economy of 2.61. Martin Boyd, 2 wickets, conceding 10 runs, 1 maiden, an economy of 2.5. 1 for 17. Brilliant stuff. And the match summary has you today's Mpaji with 13 runs for the Kayunga Titans. Muhanguzi London Timothy 13 runs in 18. And Italy, the sole batter with double figures for the Njeru Warriors, who fall short in their chess. And there is a in the standings on the log. Look at the trackers. Man still on top with 6 runs. Or 6 points. And the rest of the teams all tied with 3 points. And only net run rate determining their positions. Action packed from the Florida Cricket Ovals as we await the match presentation in the middle.
welcome back from game number 7. It was Kayunga Titans taking on Njeru Worriors. It was a spectacular performance displayed on ground by both teams. But at the end of it all, there is always one winner. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, I would like to invite the captain of the losing side. That is Captain Ali Balidawa. Ali Balidawa, hard luck. What really didn't go well, and why do you think such happened on the ground?
The ground was a bit fair because during the match, the bowlers were tight somehow, and we needed to improve on our technique of batting, and we shall try it out next time.
All right, thank you very much. Hard luck on that. And now, we shall be inviting the captain of the winning team, Kayunga Titans, Conrad Lubwama. Well done, Conrad Lubwama. It was a pleasure seeing you fighting in there with the injury you sustained. You had a good fight, fought for the team as a captain is meant to be doing, and I really applaud you for that. I would like to ask you what really transpired and how did you go into the second innings to see that you become victors?
Okay, the opening pair of the spinners gave us a good start. So we started well off. We got the top order very early, so we got the chances. So when I came in, I just had to put on more pressure. So that's how we got the win. And we played very well as a team.
All right. Thank you very much and congratulations, Conrad. Yes. Right now, it's time to award the player of the match. Before that, I would like to invite Sharon Athola, the umpire, to come and give out this award. The player of the match award goes to a player from Kayunga Titans. Scored 13 runs in 17 balls. Picked 4 wickets in 3.5. Ladies and gentlemen, Simon Okecho, player of the match. Yes, Simon Okecho, congratulations.
Thank you, Alpha.
How do you feel receiving man of match, and what did you do well to achieve that?
I feel so grateful to be the man of the player of match today, and I would like to encourage the young players to continue fighting until the game is done. Don't give up until the game is done.
So are you going to share this with your team?
Yes, of course.
Congratulations on that. Thank you very much for that big win. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it from the post-match interview. Would like you to stay on for the afternoon game, starting at exactly 2. Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.